Ghana, they noticed when someone was being healed of her eyes in Ghana, when those I laid hands on sick in Canada, they got healed. They noticed, but I had time in Canada to pray. And when I had time in Canada to pray, there was results. There was big results. And there was people that had those results because they had an injury. One guy had an injury in football. I've laid hand on him, but the next day he didn't even realize that he was okay. And I asked him, "Are you okay now?" Because he was having some pain in his leg. I prayed for him. It went. So, and then he remembered that, he's okay now to play football and stuff. So it's a great, when you're used like that, it has its pluses and its minuses. And even in the ranks of the prophetic, God used me as his prophet. That has its pluses and minuses too, because sometimes you have to give a word that you got people around you and flesh around you. They ain't gonna like the word you have to give. And when you give it, they take offense because it could be a terminal word, or it could be a blessing word, or it could be that person's blessed, or that person's healed, or that person's going to be delivered. But then the person beside you wants the same thing. So there is a lot of things that people don't tell you about that you face in these ranks. And it's like, it's difficult. Sometimes it's so difficult to have all of this. It is so difficult. And you got to know where to put it all. When you see it, when you have it, when you don't have it. You got to know where to put it. Right. You got to know where to put it. And know where to have it. Your calling. Yeah. I know Prophet Andy Otto in Ghana wanted me to be a pastor under his ministry, and he told me on the call that he wanted that. And yeah, I didn't mind it, but he's in Ghana and I'm in London, but he says he wanted to open up a ministry in London. He wanted me to be the pastor of it. I really don't mind, but I want to start my own, what God's called me to do as well. So that is another thing. I don't mind helping people. I've been helping people for years grow their church, build other people up in ministry. Yeah, I'll build them up. Brought people to church, they got saved, converted. It's happened many. So yeah, I have various abilities that the common brother and sister don't have. And I say that because they get jealous when I'm used like that. And no glory to me, it's all to God anyway. And I always give it to God because I'm his vessel. And like I said, it's his ministry. So I'll close out with this because being called in the prophetic of a healing ministry, it's not been the easiest run. It's been tough at times. You have people fussing against you. Your prayer, it interrupts atmospheres. Brethren start manifesting and fight you with words and jealousies, and it's not easy being anointed, having that power. It's not always easy operating that power. And sometimes you have to pray for your brethren who trod upon the wires of your anointing because they get shocked. And God, Genesis 12 verse 3 is very much alive in my life. Yeah, you've got those that bless me, they're blessed. And those that curse me, automatically they're cursed. So I wouldn't just speak over my life in any sort of way, which they do. And it's that kind of attack one faces too. But it's okay. Because when it happens like that, you find sometimes you have to stand alone with God And God alone is your total provider, total help, total growth. You got to know God for yourself. And because this is a time that plagues are going to hit, and like a lot of sicknesses are kicking forth and plagues are going to hit, we have to be careful of what those plagues will bring. And we need a healing ministry, not just mine, but other people's, to deal with these plagues that are going to kick off. And it's part of the end time prophecy why these things are going to happen. I just lost a friend recently. She's Marlena Shaw. Was talking to her on Facebook last year. She just passed a day ago, 81. She's a singer. And California Soul she sung. Yeah, so I'm sad that she's passed, but you know, yeah, it's nice to touch base with her last year. A year ago, yeah, January 7th was the last time I said something to her, and then I left a message for her on the 15th of May. If my mind serves me right, I'm sure it was then. 15th of May, I left her a message. Oh, look at this snake. Yeah, so I left her a message. And I used to have one of these wrapped around me as a child. Yeah. At the age of 12. I was downstairs. Okay. Yeah, at the age of 12. Had a snake like that wrapped around my neck. Put my two hands forward like this, so just in case it goes to squeeze. Alright, so that is it. That is it. I'll finish up right now with some history right there. Okay, adios.